Emergency officials spent the day keeping a close eye on the ongoing eruption of Mauna Loa. They are tracking the lava flows that are being produced by two active fissures on the northeast rift zone. Fissure 3 is the dominant source and is sending the largest flows to the north, down the mountainside and in the direction of Hawaii's Cross-Island Highway. The advance of the flow front slowed on Wednesday morning, and by noon it was moving north at a rate only 0.02 miles or 24 meters per hour. Fissure 4 remains active, with flows moving toward the northeast. Officials also observe another, smaller lobe of lava moving to the east at a slower rate. Monitors are detecting volcanic tremor in the location where the lava is erupting. The USGS says it's an indication that magma is still being supplied to the fissures and activity is likely to continue as long as the tremor signal persists. New maps were published by the U.S. Geological Survey's Hawaiian Volcano Observatory on Wednesday afternoon. The maps show the path of the flow into the Saddle Road area. The last official measurement placed the lava about 3.6 miles or 5.8 kilometers from the Daniel K. Inouye Highway. Meanwhile, a new emergency rule was enacted on Wednesday in a continuing effort to crack down on parking and walking along the highway, where residents and visitors are gathering for an evening view of the eruption. A previous emergency rule signed by Hawaii County Mayor Mitch Roth established no parking zones between mile marker 16 and mile marker 31. The new emergency rule number 2 extends the prohibition area from mile marker 16 all the way to the Highway 190 intersection on the Kona side of the saddle. There's already been several reported accidents along the highway at night, with a high volume of motorists driving up to take a look. Now that the lava flows have reached a flat area, they are beginning to slow down, spread out, and inflate. Forecasts indicate it may take 2 days or more before lava flows reach the highway. Once the Saddle Road is cut off, a critical cross-island corridor will be lost. During a Wednesday media call, the topic of possible lava diversion was discussed.
Is there any plan to divert the lava from the highway? Is it possible to do anything like that?
We were having that discussion this morning. Nothing solid came out of it. And yeah, we'll continue to have that discussion, but at this time, no plans.
Again, it's a volume problem. You are going to store up a certain amount of lava somehow, right? And the places that they've had some success are mainly in Italy, where they've done a fair amount of work on this. You need a very geographically constricted area if you're going to dam the lava up, but it's just like damming water. And they were able to successfully dam it up for a few months, but eventually overflowed the dams. The other way is to try and get it to stay near the source and distribute itself. But nobody's really had a lot of success with that. And breaking down the channels is extremely difficult to do. They've had some luck doing that. Bombing to date has really had very little impact, particularly on flows like the ones we're seeing today. And then there is a lot of issues here as well with what's an appropriate thing to do or not inappropriate thing to do. So it's a very difficult process at any rate, especially with high volume flows like this.